It's your boys, Amp, Kenny, and Steve. We're here for episode 36. Guys, what's going on?
What's up, bro?
What's going on, guys?
How we doing? How we doing? So, guys, last week we came back after a long hiatus. We're back for week 2, episode 36. We talked a little about the Super Bowl, and at the time, the Dolphins did not have a head coach.
Oh, yeah.
They finally do.
Now you have your local barista leading your team.
Yeah. Coach Mike McDaniel is taking over the team. So, honestly, I'm not getting my hopes up. He seems like a cool dude, but I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid until...
You know what, though? Giants' new head coach and Dolphins' new head coach, both of them in their press conference seem both kind of nervous, like kind of awkward. Fine with me. I don't need the tough guy act from Judge and Flores, and yeah, I'm good on that. He's a nerdy guy.
I feel like I don't know about the Giants, but the Dolphins went in the complete opposite of what Flores was. Like, Flores was like tough, no nonsense, didn't show his personality. Meanwhile, this guy, McDaniel, is like literally a jokester half the time. And
the players are going to bully him.
Yeah, honestly, you don't think he would not look like a football coach. But honestly, who knows?
Yeah,
we need to change.
It's gonna be interesting to see how the locker room adjusts to him.
That's what I was telling Amp when they first hired him. I'm like, his personality is cool and whatever, as long as you guys do well. Because that kind of personality can easily become like nobody takes him serious.
Right,
like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and like, even if you are doing well, like, people still might not take him serious, like the players.
I mean, everything I'm reading out of the players and like staff and stuff out of San Francisco is they love him. Like,
yeah, they made it to the playoffs.
I know that they're
pretty good.
No, I know.
He also wasn't the head coach either.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's a different kind of way you see your coaches when it's your head coach, and like he wasn't even. Oh, he was the OC. You know what I mean? Like it's different though.
Yeah. So, anyways, so that was some news for the Dolphins this week. So guys, we're gonna discuss. It's a dead week, right? We got nothing to talk about except.
Even though last week you said next week when we come back, we'll talk about the Super Bowl.
I forgot what week we were in. Mm-hmm. Do you want to break down the Pro Bowl? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh God, what a joke! Actually, yes, real quick, they need to do something to make him. I think this is the lowest views that they've had since I think it was like 7 years, maybe more. It's a joke.
Something like that.
They were playing 7-on-7. Like that's really what they were doing. And
I don't know what else what do you want them to do other than not play a game?
Go completely back to how it used to be. Send the players to Hawaii. Yeah, send them to the Hawaii. Put it after the Super Bowl, so then all the actual like Pro Bowl players can play.
Or
and
maybe
then bring back the challenges they used to have, where it would be like what quarterback can throw it the farthest, and like all that shit they used to do with Brady and Manning and all the other players.
Yeah, so they did some kind of skills thing, like they did like an accuracy thing, and they did a dodgeball, but nobody watches that.
Yeah. Or maybe make the game mean something. Like, I mean, it's hard because at the end of the season. But you know how baseball, it actually means something.
Not anymore, though.
Oh,
it used to. Yeah. I don't think the All-Star game does not decide home field and it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, it really should.
How long has baseball not been doing that?
Just like a couple years.
Or just say like 2004.
No. It's just a couple years that they stopped it.
I got you.
I did not expect us to talk about the freaking Pro Bowl for 2 minutes. So, anyways, guys, we are going to discuss some Dynasty trades that happened in our Dynasty League for this past season.
Okay.
We have the champion here with us. Steve wound up winning the damn thing.
That's right.
Took out Will in the championship. Did you buy your Jamar Chase jersey yet? Because goddamn.
Not yet. I'm still deciding on what color I want to do. Probably going to go with black.
Hey, if next year you want that Joe Burrow Chase stack, you can hit me up, bro.
We'll see.
Even though I love Burrow, I've literally thought about buying a Burrow jersey. Like, he might be my favorite player, like outside the Giants, obviously.
Yeah.
And now I have in our new Dynasty League, I have. Oh no, I didn't get Burrow.
No, you don't have him. No.
I didn't get any Bengal.
Yeah. Okay, so this is our league that we just wrapped up our second season. We're going into the third. So we're gonna discuss some trades. Some of them caused some drama during the year, right? So let's see how they look.
For certain people.
Let's see how they look now, right? So before the season even started,
is drama or calling Will?
Kenny was in win now mode, right? Like you were the whole way. Kenny has no draft picks for the next 2 years.
I have a 3rd round pick.
Oh, congrats.
I got robbed of my buy, but whatever.
You got what?
I got robbed of my buy, but
okay.
It's true.
That's not the point right now. So Kenny traded his 1st round pick and Hollywood Brown for David Montgomery and Cole Kmet. Kenny, you made the move. What are you thinking now, a year later?
I still like it. Hollywood is going to be the number 2 receiver next year, and on a team that barely passes. So, 1st round picks, fuck them picks.
Well, also your pick was late, so
exactly.
At the time we didn't know, but I think you finished. You had like the 109 or 110, something like that. So you have a late pick. So I would say, looking at this trade, it's probably good for both. But yeah, you got.
I'm starting both next year. I'm starting Montgomery and Kmet. Kmet probably will be my starting tight end next year. So
really,
yeah.
Kmet your starting tight end?
Yeah, Kmet was pretty solid. It's just Nagy sucks.
Yeah,
he doesn't have 3 great tight ends like I do. So
yeah, Steve's got some freaking tight ends.
It's okay. Tight end's literally my weakest position, but yeah, I must be starting both of them. Meanwhile, I probably wouldn't be starting Hollywood, and I wouldn't.
Your receivers,
my receivers, I'm not starting Hollywood, and then I have 4 running backs now. Yeah, 4 running backs. So I'm good with the trade, even in hindsight.
So let's fast forward all the way to right before the trade deadline, right? Steve, not you, Steve, other Steven, wound up trading Hollywood for Cam Akers.
Straight up?
And it's right before the trade deadline, as in minutes before the trade deadline, actually.
So people who see that and people would probably think that Cam Akers is going to be great next year. I actually don't feel that way.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they're going to have 3 running backs next year.
Yeah.
Or at least 2.
At least 2, yeah. I don't think they'll have 3. At least a timeshare of 3. I don't know, man. They gave him the 17 carries in his first game back. That's crazy.
Yeah, but he didn't really do much. Look at the games when Sony was starting.
I don't, as expected, I don't expect Cam Akers to come in off of an Achilles injury within the same season and actually produce. He shouldn't have been on the field. The fact that he's on the field is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I feel like because of how well Sony did the last 4 or 5 games that they were starting him.
Yeah.
He was doing really well. He was going over 100 yards.
I mean, Sony and Penny won me some random league, another league, won me the championship.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you tell me to pick them up?
I told you to pick up Penny. Yeah. I told you to start him, actually.
Yeah. You're right. So I don't know. I think you look at Steven's team, having Akers is a good piece to start with, because his team was in full rebuild mode. I've never seen a worse team in my life. So let's go back now to the before the season started, and Steven traded Brandon Ayuk and Zach Moss for a 1st this year and a 2nd next year. What do we think about that?
Brandon Ayuk and Zach Moss for a 1st and a 2nd?
Yeah.
And who did this trade?
Steven and Harry.
So Harry gave up the picks.
Harry gave up the picks. Harry was also in win trying to win this year, trying to repeat, actually.
I think the pick side is better.
I do too. Ayuk was in the doghouse. Ayuk was dropped in our redraft.
He came on later on,
but
still, he's not a 1st round guy. And then Zach Moss.
Yeah, Zach Moss is useless as of now.
And then I'm pretty sure he had Zach Moss and
Singletary
both. He was trying to trade both of them to everybody in the league.
Don't worry.
Why would anybody want either one of them, much less both of them?
But it happened. Somebody took the trade later on. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's skip to that trade. What was that trade?
You want to skip right to it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull it up.
It's bad already. I already hate the other person.
I know. It is a bad trade. The minute I saw it, I was like, oh, no. Let me pull it up. It was to Jeff.
Oh, come
on. Not a good move, Jeff. I know. It's like, no. Oh, wait till you hear what he gave up.
Oh, no. And it was to Harry, too.
And it was to Harry, so we're going to have to deal with it for a while.
It's okay. I beat Harry in the championship, so it was all for nothing.
No, you beat Will.
No.
Oh, I beat Harry the week before?
Something like that.
He beat Harry.
I don't know. Okay. So many people, it's hard to keep track.
So, Harry got rid of the garbage in Buffalo, which is Singletary and Zach Moss, and a second-round pick for Javonte Williams and a 2023 second-round pick. Javonte Williams is literally literally a top 5 dynasty running back right now.
Javonte and a pick?
Harry straight robbed him.
God.
Jeff, when you hear this, you got robbed, brother.
That's so bad, bro.
So bad,
That's
man.
So bad.
Javonte is literally a top 5 dynasty running back, man.
Let's
rank the dynasty running backs right now. JT's 1.
Swift is 2.
Swift is 2?
And the dynasty league, the draft we do right now, Swift was number 2. Yeah.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, Swift is 2. Actually, I can look it up real quick because I don't remember the rest.
I would say Najee's up there, top 5.
What about Eckler?
Eckler, yeah, even though
I think Eckler was like number 1.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. I can tell you right. I got the order came off in this. So it was JT, and then Swift, Najee, Christian McCaffrey. I guess he's still up there.
Yeah.
And then Javonte was number 5.
Wow.
And then after Javonte, Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, Alvin Kamara, Dalvin Cook. So he's above all those guys.
He's also a lot younger. And he's younger, and everyone thinks Melvin Gordon's going to move on.
Even if he's back, though.
Yeah, even if he's back.
That's so bad.
God, that might be the worst trade that we discussed.
Zach Moss was healthy and active some games this year.
Yeah. And I think Buffalo addresses the running back position.
Yeah, because they're both bad.
Singletary caught on later, but he's not a full down.
They don't need a running back. They have Josh Allen.
Yeah, for real.
And then he threw in a pick as well.
Yeah.
That's a bad trade.
That's a tough one. For all the shit that Steven got, that's a bad one.
Bro.
Yeah, but what week was that?
That was right before the trade deadline. It was the week of the deadline.
I need to get Will's opinion on this. Because I don't remember, but I need to hear it again.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next pick. This trade, sorry. They got the chat going, right?
Oh.
So this was between Andy and Steven. Andy traded Deshaun Watson and Quez Watkins, looks like just a throw-in, for Dawson Knox and 2 firsts. So Steven acquired Deshaun Watson for 2 firsts. Now, in a vacuum, you look at a 25-year-old QB, 2 firsts is nothing.
The problem is it was Steve. He was trading everything away to get these picks and was kind of rebuilding, and then he kind of traded it away for a guy that he
may not even play again.
May not play. Like, that was the issue. Well, now it's looking more likely that he will play, but at the time
it was a big gamble.
Steven didn't know that later on it was going to look more clear. You know what I mean?
You kind of thought it's an NFL, man. Like, these guys get away with everything.
Yeah, but he's a rebuilding team. Like right now,
right.
like
he was unloading Watson, to get picks, and then
I know
he used picks to get a player. So it's kind of like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, make up your mind. Are you rebuilding or you're?
Yeah. But at the same time, how do you pass up on Deshaun?
And think of this: if Watson doesn't have all these side off the field issues, he's not going for 2 firsts. He's more expensive.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
How much more expensive?
Bro, he's a 25, 26-year-old top 5 QB.
Okay.
What would
hold on.
What would you give up for Burrow?
Hold on. Burrow is in the Super Bowl right now. If tomorrow Deshaun Watson it does matter. Hold on, let me finish. If tomorrow Watson is cleared, you don't know how he's going to be when he comes right back. He missed a whole year, bro. You know exactly how Mahomes is right now. You know how Burrow is. You know how Herbert is right now. Like,
okay, where was this energy when you wanted the Dolphins to trade for him?
No, that's different, man.
Why is it different?
I'm talking about me trading for him in Dynasty. A Dynasty trade versus real life trade is different. It is different.
No, because you're banking on the same Deshaun Watson to come back. He's 26 years old?
But any team that trades for him right now, they're trying to win, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to trade for him to
you're
rebuild.
Talking about real life or Dynasty?
Exactly. Yeah, in real life. Anybody who trades for him is trying to win. Even if Deshaun Watson is back this year, Steve Mueller's not doing shit in fantasy.
But at least he's got a QB, a surefire QB for the next until he does another.
I see what Kenny's trying to say because fantasy isn't the same as like real life stats.
Not.
Like he might get you wins, but is he going to put up good fantasy numbers?
But he was a good fantasy QB.
Also, but Mueller has so many
coming back is not necessarily going to be the same.
All those picks. He needs all the picks he can get.
No, I know.
He's not a quarterback away or even a running back or even a receiver away. My guy, he's the entire roster away.
He is literally the entire roster, all 28. No, I know what you're saying. I wouldn't have made the move if I'm him. Because
that's a move that somebody that was like that this year is going to try to go all in on winning it.
But at the same time, look at this draft. It's not really quarterback heavy.
Yeah, so
literally every quarterback in our league is taken. I had to trade for Geno.
He could have drafted another running back, receiver, everything else. But he needs all of it.
No, but think of this.
Actually, needs a quarterback.
Steve made a good point, right? Let's fast forward to now. Steven has the number 1 and overall number 2 pick, right?
Okay.
He doesn't need to draft a QB.
Yes, he does.
He does, but he doesn't have to. He could go receiver and running back and address those positions. He's got Deshaun Watson and he's got Jameis. Jameis is going to start. Jameis is going to start this year.
He's not competing. No, he's not going to start, my guy.
Jameis not going to start this year?
I don't think so. Where?
Yeah.
Anywhere? No, there's teams that need a QB.
Yeah, but he's not the QB that anybody needs.
Nobody needs Jameis, though.
Yeah, nobody needs Jameis.
We've seen straight bums starting. I'm telling you.
Yes, Jameis Winston this year.
Jameis is getting a job. Watch.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He'll be a great backup.
No, he's going to start. He's
going to hold that ball so good for the field goals.
Would you rather, if you're Tampa, Kyle Trask or Jameis?
I'd rather neither one. You can get. I'd rather Jimmy G.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, I would.
And he's trash. The G stands for garbage.
Jameis Winston is not being a starter in this league ever.
Okay,
unless it's due to injuries.
No, I'm saying week 1 starter. Watch.
You're insane, bro. I don't know what kind of spell he has you on under, but
it's not.
There's no way we watched the same guy play football.
It's not that he's so good. It's just that the rest of the QBs in the league are so bad.
So
that's the point I'm making. He's not bottom 5.
Yes, he is.
Is he better than Teddy Bridgewater?
No.
Probably.
No.
Is he better than Sam Darnold?
No, he's not. No, he's not. He didn't have. He had one good game this year, which he barely had yards in that game. Anyways, I think it was week 1 against the Packers.
Yeah,
that's literally it. Look at stats for the rest of the games. No, he did not.
Anyways,
actually, you know what? No, not anyways.
Trevor Siemian did just as well as he did. I think.
What happened?
Trevor Siemian, when he took over, he had a good game or 2 good games.
Hold on.
I'd rather start him.
Oh man, you ready to hear these killer stats? You ready? You ready to hear his best game of the year?
Hit me with it.
This is people want to give shit to Tua and not passing the ball past 2 yards. Listen to this stat. And week 1, his best game of the year, he had 148 total yards. 148 yards. 5 touchdowns. That's amazing. After that, this is the yardage total per game. 111. Damn, bro. Gunslinger. 128. Somebody stop him. 226. 279. That boy broke 250 one time.
4 touchdowns, though, against Washington.
222.
Ooh.
And then 56.
He got hurt in that game. Okay, whatever. He's trash.
He's terrible. He's terrible, man. He's really, really bad. The one good thing is he doesn't have 30 interceptions like he used to.
Well,
that's
literally play the whole season.
He's a good backup. He's a good backup. That's all he'll be. I'd rather take Jimmy G. I'd rather take Teddy. I'd rather take who else?
Darnold.
I thought pretty bad too.
Is he worse though?
He's more
expensive. What?
Darnold's
right there with him.
Darnold's pretty bad. Darnold's 24, and I don't think he's going to get a job. I don't think he'll start next year.
Darnold's 34. Is that what you said?
24.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I mean he'll get a.
Well, Carolina's already talking about how they want Pickett.
Carolina.
I like Pickett.
They said they're probably going to take him at 6.
That'd be cool. He'll be a Panther to a Panther. So that was a fun trade. That was definitely a crazy trade. All right. Ready for this crazy trade? This trade has like 2 legs to it.
Wait, real quick, before you go to this trade.
Yeah.
Isn't there a trade involving Jameis?
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
But I got rid of Jameis, so I'm happy about that one. All right, Pirro traded. He was the worst team last year, right? He got the number 1 pick. He built his team up a little bit. He kind of hit on I think all his rookie picks, which was nice. So he traded Michael Carter and a 2nd round pick for James Robinson. What do we think about that?
I feel like it's kind of unnecessary.
Well, now that Robinson's hurt.
Well, he obviously traded him before he got hurt.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying now, in hindsight, he won that trade. In the moment, though, I'll probably take Robinson.
And I think you did. When we discussed it, I think I don't remember, but I thought it was good for both because James
who do you trade him to?
Steven, who needed a young player
who needed more picks and traded away more picks.
No, he got a pick.
You just said he traded Robinson too.
He gave away James Robinson.
Okay.
For Carter and a 2nd, which is kind of an even trade because Carter was, he's still a rookie and he's on the Jets, but then he caught on fire. So
literally, I think it's fine.
Even when he caught on fire, he wasn't
here's the
for
thing.
150 yards a game.
Well, no, he was getting I think 2 games in a row. He had 8 to 10 catches or something. He put up 25 to 30 points, a couple weeks in a row or something. But here's the crazy thing. This is what you do in Dynasty. You sell high at the right time. And Steven, he did. He wound up trading Michael Carter back to Pirro for a 1st-round pick. What do we think of this?
What?
Yeah.
Wait. So he ended up getting a 2nd and a 1st and James Robinson?
No, he gave away James Robinson. So he basically gave up James Robinson for a 1st, 2nd, and Laviska Shenault. I forgot Chenault's here. That 1st pick became the number 2 overall pick.
He gave up Michael Carter, right?
He loaned
Michael Carter and James Robinson pretty much. I didn't know. I need to see this written down because
I'm putting it in the chat.
Okay. Because
he traded Michael Carter and then he got Michael Carter back.
Yeah.
So what did they each end up with? What did they each end up?
So Pirro ended up with 2 running backs. Carter
he ended up with one more running back. He ended up with Carter.
True. He ended up with 1 more.
This is hard.
Yeah. And then Steven wound up with a 1st, a 2nd, and Laviska Shenault.
Okay.
But that 1st became...
I hate them both. I don't get these trades.
Well, think of this. Would you rather Michael Carter or would you rather the number 2 pick in the draft?
The number 2 pick, for sure.
So I think Steven won that trade for hands down. He's got the number 1 and 2. And obviously, I don't know if you guys been looking at the rookies for super flex drafts, but the talk is this Treylon Burks. I think he went to Arkansas, the receiver. He's a stud. And then Breece Hall or Isaiah Spiller for running backs, like Steve is definitely going to be able to add like 2 quality picks with that 1 and 2 pick. So I think he did well with that pick. And then Piero has 2 running backs to go into next year with.
That's trade just to trade, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's okay. Whatever.
That I mean, you know what's funny? That's like just 2 bottom feeders just trading with each other.
Like, hey, what do you go to right now?
I have this garbage. You want my garbage? Okay, yeah, let's swap garbage.
So this trade, I remember, like, got some of us a little heated. Ebanks traded away Darrell Henderson to Harry for Juju. Mind you,
Darrell Henderson for Juju?
Yeah. Ebanks was done. He was not tanking, but his team was only injured, so he's in kind of like a rebuild mode. And then Harry was in trying to win now mode. So Darrell Henderson was what he needed. At the time, there was no Sony Michel taken off.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, sorry.
I mean, I don't really care for Juju for fantasy or for real life. And Darrell Henderson, I don't know. It's kind of...
In the moment, that seemed like a really bad trade, in my opinion.
In the moment.
Yeah.
But now, actually,
yeah, but
opinion,
there was no way of knowing that. Like, that trade should have happened. You know what I mean?
Why not? Ebanks did know, because Ebanks, what's the point of having Darrell Henderson? That's a rental. He's like, I'll just get rid of him and get a young player for next year. Juju's going to sign somewhere. He's only 25 years old.
I think what made it worse was that he was giving Darrell Henderson, which at the moment was like the running back for the Rams, to a guy that was competing for a guy who was already out for the season.
Yeah.
That was the issue.
That it looks bad on the surface, but honestly, Ebanks probably made out better with that pick, with that trade.
I don't know, man. Juju ain't that special. And
I feel like it's kind of even, honestly.
Yeah, it's both trash.
Juju will be a fine flex player next year if he goes to the Chiefs.
Yeah, on Stephen Miller's team. I don't know who else is starting Juju.
He'll never see the light of my lineup on my team.
On other Steven's team, he's literally his wide receiver 1.
Oh my god,
for real? Like, nah. I don't know. Juju's done, man. Juju's gonna end up, unless he might end up on the Chiefs. That's what like a lot of the rumors are.
Possibly.
Chiefs. And and if that's the case, then maybe. But besides that,
I don't think the Chiefs even have money to sign him. He's probably gonna get stuck somewhere like the Jets.
Oh god, nah. He's gonna end up with one of these young quarterbacks somewhere.
Yeah, he'll
like
go to a competitor.
I meant like one of the rookie ones, but yeah.
Forgot he literally is a rookie. Exactly.
I'm talking the rookie coming in, man. Like Willis or Pickett or Howe or one of them.
We'll see. All right, this one, Kenny. Has Kenny been discussed yet? No. Okay, so Kenny made the trade.
Oh,
Kenny, this was right before the trade deadline. We're all before the trade deadline. Kenny, myself, Harry. Who else? Kenny, is that it? We made like real pushes to get into the playoffs and go farther. So Kenny traded AJ Green in a 2023 first. Kenny said, fuck them picks.
Oh, I hate picks.
For Clyde Edwards-Helaire. What do we think?
So I gave up a first round pick for Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, because AJ Green is not anything.
A late first round pick.
Yeah, you would assume it's the bottom, the back half of the first round.
So that's my trade. So you guys tell me. What do you guys
think? I think it's kind of good for both because you needed. It was with Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff's stuck in the middle of the league, right? Like he wasn't able to get over the hump, and Clyde Edwards has been honestly a bust. Like the Chiefs are literally using Jerick McKinnon over him.
He was hurt, man.
No, I know, but even when he's not hurt, I had him in redraft, man. He had a couple good games.
Yeah, before he got hurt. Yeah.
Then he got hurt. Then he came back, and it was like Jerick McKinnon or Darrell Williams or whoever the hell.
I mean, they don't really use their running backs at all.
That's one thing. They actually don't use them much.
And the worst part is, coming into the NFL, he was known for being a receiving back, and for some reason, they don't pass him the ball. Well, I mean,
which is weird because Andy Reid loved passing it to Shady when he had Shady McCoy.
And even Brian Westbrook back in the day.
Yeah, and Brian Westbrook.
I mean, bro, this is his games that he played. This is his total fantasy in our league. 10 points. Well, 10.2. Then 1 point. Then 16, 20. Then he got hurt. Then he came back and it was 16, 11.2, 19, 10, and 10. That's not
Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you'll take 10 to 20 a week for sure.
After he came back, he still got 16, 11, 20, 10, and 10. Now,
after injury, receiving, right?
What's that?
Most of his stats were receiving,
no,
right?
Bro, yeah. They don't give him any receiving work at all. He gets like one catch a game. It's ridiculous. I mean,
but that's the thing. Like, why are they? I don't know. They were throwing to Jerick McKinnon in the playoffs.
I don't know, man.
So
they don't have
I don't
else.
know. What's that?
They don't have anybody else to throw it to.
But they had Clyde Edwards. They're just not throwing him the ball.
At the end of the first round in the rookie draft, you hope to get a Clyde. That's what you're going for at the end of a first round.
Yeah, I mean,
if right now Clyde was in this rookie draft, he will be going top 6.
Yeah, because we thought, and like Clyde he went 1 overall in a lot of rookie drafts when he was a rookie.
Yeah, I mean,
because we
hope to get.
He's going to the Chiefs. Oh my God, he's going to get like 50 to 60 receptions a year, if not more. They don't throw in the ball.
Mahomes doesn't check it down.
That's the problem. Actually,
he scrambles around and then he forces it down the field.
Yeah, he does not check down. That is actually the biggest. I think that that's a good call, Steve.
Look,
that's the biggest factor.
Hold on. These were the last 3-4 picks of this past year: Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Kyle Trask, and Devontae Smith.
And then what was the 13th pick?
Kenneth Gainwell. Sorry, I forgot that it's linear. Jalen Waddle.
Who honestly should not have been there for me.
And then, yes, he should have.
Kyle Trask should not have gone there.
And
who did I draft though? Who did I get?
Shut up, Steve.
Who did you draft?
He drafted Jamar Chase, man.
Okay, so Kyle Trask is the only one though that should have went after Waddle, because the first you weren't taking Waddle over anybody else besides maybe Kyle Trask and maybe Travis Etienne, who went 5th overall.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Like, honestly, with the rookie draft, like especially in Superflex, the QB should go first. They should go early, and they did.
And then running backs.
And then running backs, and then or because that's how you get cheap running backs. And
like, look, Najee went number 3, Travis Etienne went 5th, and then Javonte Williams went 7th.
7th.
So like,
who went 6th? Or did Steve get Chase at 6?
Jamar Chase, yeah. Jamar Chase. So I mean, at the end of the first round, like, if you're not going quarterback, you're hoping to end up with a Clyde. That's what you hope to end up.
I mean, I have the 108 in this draft, and I am hoping for, like, I don't know, Kenneth Walker or Isaiah Spiller to be there, one of the running backs.
Exactly. Yeah. So follow me. Plus, also, Clyde is my running back 3 or 4. Yeah, he's like my running back 3 or 4. So I'm fine with that. And like I said, I like the Rams. Fuck them picks.
Yeah. All right. Let's discuss the last trade, and this was with me. All right. So I was trying to make the playoffs. Kenny already knows the trade.
No, I actually don't. I forgot.
Oh, you don't know it? Okay.
No.
So I was trying to acquire this player from last year, and I offered a lot more last year than I did this year, and I wound up getting him for less. I offered a 22 first, a third, a 23 second, and Jonnu Smith. So I'm going to put it in the chat. 1 third,
a first, a third, a second, and Jonnu.
Yeah. For DK Metcalf.
Oh man. And that was when literally he dropped off.
Yeah.
Like the very next game that the first game you had him in your lineup, and when he just disappeared for the rest of the
He literally was getting like double digits the whole time, and then I acquired him, and he didn't hit. I think the most he hit was 10 since I had him.
Steve, you probably never heard of this, but let me put you on. This is what I call the amp curse. That's been around for many, many years. I always bring it up. Isn't it funny that as soon as he's on Amp's team, he just is nowhere to be seen?
Is this similar to the Dolphins curse?
Very similar,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's a South Florida thing. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, 'cause I remember they had this guy. I think his name was Welker. That's right. He was.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. He was so much better when he was in New England.
Mm-hmm. But DK, so a first, a second, a third this year, second, and Jonnu, who cares?
Jonnu was just a throw-in.
Who cares? It's not
I mean,
terrible, but
the third is kind of. You can just throw that to the side with Jonnu.
Yeah. But this first might turn into a Jamar Chase, might turn into a Jalen Waddle, it might turn into a Justin Jefferson or anybody. Meanwhile, DK fell off hard. It wasn't like, oh, he just like wasn't like doing great. No, he just wasn't doing anything at all. And now there's also rumors that Russell might be gone.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
in
also-
DK's defense, though,
He's still
right around when he
24
was
years old.
yeah, and right around when he was falling off, that was when Russell Wilson got hurt, wasn't it?
Russell
but
Wilson was hurt, but playing.
Yeah.
So Gino already filled
'cause-
in. When Russell came back, you could tell he wasn't right, though.
Yeah, I know. I have Russell Wilson on our,
that's
in our
right.
Dynasty League, and he didn't do
And
shit
you know
for
what's
me.
funny? The last 2 weeks, he looked better, right? Remember,
The very last game, he looked good against Detroit, I think.
Detroit, and DK got 3 touchdowns that game.
Right.
So I'm just gonna bank.
If he's gone,
if he's gone, I have a real problem. Yeah,
you have a real problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you hope that his talent can work with whoever.
overshadow. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's tough.
yeah, that sucks.
Let me ask you guys a question. You guys think that when you think about, you know how the last pod we were talking about how like Eli, Rivers, Big Ben, Brady, like that whole group is gone, right? Do you put Russell Wilson up there with any of those guys? Like for like the next gen, I guess you can say, like this next generation?
I mean,
a lot of people have been arguing this. Some people like don't put him up there. Some people don't think he's Hall of Fame at all. Like,
are you referring to Ryan Clark?
Yeah. Yeah.
I without looking at his stats, if I just in my head, yes, Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer.
I don't know. Like,
he's good. Don't get me wrong, and he puts up pretty good numbers, but I don't know, Hall of Famer.
Let me look up his.
What has he done that's so amazing? He has what, 1 ring?
1 ring, yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, I think he's easily a Hall of Famer. Like, but I don't know if I would consider him like one of the greats.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think that he could make it. Maybe not first ballot, but
he is a 9-time Pro Bowler. I did not know that. I thought it was going to say like 4 or 5.
Man, Russell Wilson is a Hall of. Look at it. I'm looking at his career stats.
He won MVP.
He's
Twice
got 2
or once.
No, I don't think he's ever won MVP.
Never.
Oh no, never
won MVP. Yeah.
No. But he's got 292 touchdowns and 87 picks, man. Come on. He's got 37,000 yards.
Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer. I just want like one day after he retires and you're talking about like the all-time greats, I don't think he comes up.
No, I don't think so.
Like
you get honorable mention, I think.
Like you can bring up Breeze, you can bring up Peyton, you can bring up.
Yeah, but you're also he's not in that.
He's in like
he's
a
in
very
a different
tight era.
Yeah, he's not with them.
Andrew Luck.
No, I know. No, I'm saying, but like when you talk about the greatest, like okay, Joe Montana wasn't with them either, but you talk about him. You know what I mean? You bring him up. You bring up who else? Who was great in the 80s?
I mean, Marino.
Oh, okay, Marino. Yeah, you bring up Marino and stuff like that. Like I don't think you're ever gonna bring up Russell Wilson in that conversation.
No, but he also is not the same type of QB as them. Like they also played a lot longer. Let's see him in another 8 years. Let's see where his stats stack up. You know what I mean? But I don't see him winning another Super Bowl unless he goes somewhere else. That's the
I
thing.
see him honestly like kind of like Phillip Rivers. Kind of how I see him. He just happens to have a ring. That's it. But like greatness wise, I feel like they're kind of like the same guy.
You don't feel like he's kind of like Aaron Rodgers?
No, Aaron Rodgers is a lot better.
No, Aaron Rodgers is better. Yeah.
Come
Sadly.
on, yeah. Aaron Rodgers is
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers has Devontae.
If I'm telling you Aaron Rodgers is better, Aaron Rodgers is better.
Aaron Rodgers also has a much better all-around team.
No. I mean, now.
You don't think so?
Now.
Russell
But
Wilson
career-wise,
for his life
career-wise, I think Russell Wilson has had much better teams.
Russell had one of the best defenses in 20 years.
Right.
I mean,
and then
Rodgers
and the blink of an eye.
has never had that.
I mean, he's had solid defense. This year, he has a solid defense. And when
he always had a solid defense.
And when they won the Super Bowl, they had a solid defense. But like,
I'm talking about that Legion of Boom. Like, they go up with like the Ravens Super Bowl team from 2000. The Broncos that year that Peyton. You remember that defense when Peyton barely won? That defense was insane.
Like, you put them up there with like historic, like the Steelers from like the what were they called?
The Steel Curtain.
The Steel Curtain. The 85 Bears.
85 Bears. Yeah.
The 80s and 90s Giants. Big Blue Wrecking Crew. Like you put them up there, but yeah, Aaron Rodgers never had that.
No.
But yeah, to me, Russell is Phillip Rivers. Like they're kind of the same guy.
Okay.
Any more trades?
I guess. No, nothing major. I mean, out of the 31 trades, those are like the big ones that got the talk going.
Yeah, I wish you would have included that Jameis Winston one, but it's okay.
You want me to pull it up?
Yeah, pull it up real quick.
I mean,
he got traded twice?
No, just the one
once?
time. Yeah, just the one time.
Did you trade him away?
I traded him away. Yeah,
traded him away. I think he
but he's
played
so good, Amp.
Yeah.
Huh?
He bamboozled somebody.
Well,
who was it?
It was Steven.
Sure.
So
there, buddy.
I traded him when obviously he was still healthy for a first, second, and third.
But he was still Jameis Winston though.
What?
In 2023.
Sorry,
2023. I gave him Winston and DJ Chark for a first, second, and third in 2023.
That's
you need to go to jail.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Did you tell him the same speech that you told us about how Jameis is so good and he can start anywhere?
Yes.
Did you punch him right after? Just to end it like that's so
I did do the same speech. Listen, Kenny, you've been fleecing. I had to join. I had to get in on the party.
I wouldn't have even sent that though. That's just disrespectful.
We were going back and forth. Look, I'm not trading a first starting QB.
I'm not gonna lie. I would have been embarrassed to accept that because I'm like, these guys. Like if I was you, I'm like, these guys are about to come after me. Like they know this is a terrible trade.
Actually, I fixed the trade a little bit because it wasn't as good. If that makes sense.
It was worse than that.
It was worse than that.
He offered him 4 for first round. And he had to say no. That's so bad, man. That's 100 times worse than the Deshaun Watson one. Like,
for sure, because Deshaun Watson, that trade is not. It's actually not bad.
No, but I'm saying even if you think it's bad, this is 100 times worse.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad trade.
A first, second. Sorry, one more time.
A third.
I would have even traded a second by itself away for Jameis. Swear to God, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't trade anything for Jameis.
Yeah, I wouldn't trade anything for Jameis.
And that's coming from a guy that traded for Geno Smith.
Honestly,
but that was a rental.
If Jameis was a free agent right now, I probably wouldn't pick him up.
Yes, you would. Give me a break.
For what?
He's your starting quarterback, man. Like at the time.
No, I'm saying right now. If he's a free agent right now, I probably wouldn't pick him up.
In our league?
Yeah.
Yes, you have Mitchell Trubisky. You wouldn't pick him up.
He's going to be the Giants starter in week 9.
Yeah. No, you would definitely. James
I wouldn't pick him up.
Immediately be picked up. You guys are crazy.
I'd rather ride with Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian is owned, I believe.
Yeah, by me.
There you go. I have freaking Haskins. What's his first name?
Dwayne Haskins.
I have Dwayne Haskins, okay? Andy has freaking
I have Davis Mills.
Jacoby Brissett. Well, Davis Mills is a different conversation. He's actually decent.
I would never even think about playing him, so why would I ever pick him up?
Because
he's never going to be anything.
It's a QB. It's a starting QB. Yes, you never know what the situation.
What team is he?
I know the situation with Jameis. It's Jameis.
No, okay. He's the starting quarterback at the time. It was like week 4 or 5.
I know. I'm saying right now, though.
No, okay.
We've seen the 30 for 30.
Huh?
I said we've seen the 30 for 30.
Yeah, for real. he'll be a waste. I don't think Anthony got that.
No, he didn't get it. It's okay.
When he had 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions.
Yeah, not like the actual 30 for 30.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a wasted roster spot. He would be.
But you hold on to QBs, man.
Nah.
QBs are literally gold in our league. Yes, they are. You're literally hating right now.
I'm hating on Jameis Winston. I don't think that's considered hating.
But meanwhile, much shittier. Marcus Mariota is owned. Like much shittier QBs.
Marcus Mariota can at least run. If he starts playing, you consider it. Okay, he might get some rushing.
Okay, fine. But the point is that even backups are owned in our league because it's super flex, man. So don't say Jameis is not worth picking up.
Yes, but like some backups, you think, okay, if the guy is forced to play, he might give me some kind of fantasy like points.
Bro,
Jameis is not giving you that no matter what. Even if he's a starter.
You understand what I'm saying? David Blau was picked up this year. Freaking Cooper Rush was picked up this year. Every quarterback, any quarterback that even puts on a helmet is picked up. There's legit like 50 quarterbacks owned in our league.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I would want like some kind of fantasy upside, and Jameis does not give you that.
No, obviously, but you're not gonna have upside with every pick, man. With every roster spot.
I already have unless all my quarterbacks get obliterated,
and you never know.
Absolutely have no one to start. Maybe I'll pick him up, but even in my super flex, I'd rather start a running back. Because Jameis is going to get me probably 10 points.
Exactly.
Yeah, but what about Steve? I traded you Gino. It was a cheap trade. You only gave me like a third or 2/3 for him.
Right.
You started him. Yeah,
because I literally had no quarterback that week.
Because he had no QB. That's my point, man. You never
Gino,
know
you think, okay, maybe he can give me 50 rushing yards or give me 40 rushing yards.
I mean, he got him like 12 to 13 points. He didn't do much, but he at least could start a QB.
But I was also in the race to make to the playoffs.
You were, so that's why it made sense for you.
I was thinking of just tanking that game and just saying screw it.
Have you seen Jameis run? He doesn't give you any upside.
Have you seen him throw?
I'm not saying.
Have you seen him play?
I'm not saying he gives upside. What I'm saying is that he's a body that can.
Honestly, I don't think any quarterback in the league has less upside than Jameis Winston.
Drew Lock does.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think no quarterback can give you less than what Jameis can give
you. I did not see this turning into the Jameis hating Winston episode.
Oh, the title is going to be Jameis Winston, Hall of Famer or not.
do not put that. You could put Russell in the title.
Oh, there you go.
So, all right, guys. Super Bowl is coming real soon. What's today? Today's Thursday. Super Bowl's in
next week. We'll talk about the game.
There we go. Next week, episode 37, we will discuss the Super Bowl. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap. Thank you for listening, guys. Signing off, your boys, Amp, Kenny, and Steve. Take it easy.